Hello, welcome to our office. I'm Dr. Hawley, and this here is our waiting room and our lovely foyer to the back office there. Wanted to kind of welcome you and get the feeling of our office and let you know a little bit about what we do here. We do chiropractic care with decompression and rehabilitation. The other thing we do is actually teach you how to implement a lot of the techniques that we utilize here. The unique thing about this building here, it's a 50,000 square foot building that we're in, and we have access. We have orthopedic surgeons. We have 14 orthopedic surgeons downstairs and 2 neurosurgeons. A 6,000 square foot physical therapy facility, a pain management center right down here with anesthesiologists. And we co-treat with all these things. So we decided to hold some classes here instead of at the colleges where you and your staff can actually come here and train with us. We also are what I like to call the office of the future. We are totally paperless. So this gives you guys a chance to come in and actually play with the software and kind of see what it would be like to actually operate in a paperless office. So we're having our next seminar in October. Want to see you here. Bring your staff with you. Hope to see you soon. Thanks. Hi, doctors. I seen you beat me here. Welcome to our conference room. This here is where your didactic portion of your training is going to be. As you can see, we have ample seating for you and your staff. We also have a big screen up here so we can do PowerPoint presentation and live video feeds to show you exactly what we're talking about. Now, you're already over in our office a little while ago. I decided to break this up into 2 sections because a lot of the seminars I've been to, it's just boring drudgery of anatomy and physiology and just paperwork stuff. I get bored with that, to be honest with you. I like to have a little bit of spice in my life. So what we're going to do with our seminars, we actually call them a workshop because you're going to be in here with your staff. We're going to take little breaks, go next door to my clinic, and actually implement some of the stuff that we're talking about. Then we'll come back in here and learn a little bit more. Then we'll go back and implement. I think that way, by hearing it, seeing it, and doing it, is the way it sinks in. And the benefit of this for you guys is this is stuff that you can apply Monday morning when you leave here. You're going to love it, your staff's going to love it, and your patients are definitely going to love it, and they're going to refer other patients into you. Now, the other unique thing about these workshops is I'm bringing portions of my own staff, my administrative team in here. You've already heard from Kelly and Jody. You're also going to have Lance Liberti in here. He does a fantastic job with the marketing and branding of your clinic. So I'm not going to take any fire away from his presentation. I'm just going to say you got to be here. You got to see him on this. Now, with the clinical portion, I'm going to be going over case management with you, who's a good candidate for decompression, what to do and when to do it. I'm also going to delve a little bit in the aspect that as doctors, we're good doctors, but most of us are lousy businessmen. And nowadays, with the healthcare system the way it is in the economy, you got to be a good businessman as well. So I'm going to branch into staff management, how to set up an organization program in your office, how to direct flow in your clinic, and how to handle your staff on answering phone calls, and how to run a meeting. It's imperative that the doctors do a meeting with their staff weekly. And I'm not talking the little huddles that are like 10 minutes or 15 minutes before the patients come in, you know, the rah-rah sessions. I'm not talking those. I'm talking the regular meetings where you shut down and you go over. You have statistic report from your back desk. You have a statistic report from your front desk. You know, a good example is, doctors, if your phone is not ringing, okay, that means you have a marketing problem. That's where you got Lance, okay, Lance Liberti in Prime Business. If your phone's not ringing, you have a marketing. If it's ringing and the patients aren't coming in, then you have a front desk problem, okay? If it's ringing, they're coming in, but no one's coming to sign up for care, then doctors, you got a problem. So, and you can't manage that unless you know how many phone calls you've got, how many people come in from those phone calls, how many referrals. That's all management that you need to have ready at your fingertips so you can make important decisions, okay? You also need to know from your accounting and billing, well, if I did XYZ treatment, am I getting paid for XYZ treatment? If not, why? What is my accounts receivables? What is that in the overhead? Do they need more notes? Is my notes sufficient? Do they need more medical documentation? Am I saying everything in my notes to get paid? You know, doctors, there's little things, little sentences that make the difference between getting paid and not getting paid, or getting the delay payment. That's what we're going to be showing you here. I'm also going to be covering with Kelly. She's going to be here. You met her earlier. She does a lot of the coding and billing for us. She is a master at knowing which modifiers to use, when to use them. She goes in and talks to all her patients, goes over the financial details with them. So you get to have the benefit of either her or I do an actual live financial report of findings for you. I'm also going to cover a clinical financial, or a clinical report of findings for you. That way you have both things. We are also going to train your staff, so bring your staff with you. We'll train your staff on proper dialogue behind the counter when the patient walks in. Your back staff or your rehab techs will train them on what to do. Again, you're the doctor. You need the support staff to help build your clinic, and we're going to train them to do that. So, again, I wanted to show you our conference room where a lot of your didactic portion is going to be taking place, and we'll get you going. Again, thanks for coming, and I hope to see you in our next workshop. Take care.